Okay, well, hello everybody. Welcome to another Monday morning movie, a little short film, we'll call them. I know that we talked about, or I mentioned that this week we'd be talking about resorts and what requirements are going on um, to be able to visit those places. And since then, we've had a ruling come out from the CDC that takes effect January 26th, and so we'll get into that a little bit too. So let me first start off with the resorts in the research that I've been doing and that my business my um, host company collected for me. It appears that pretty much every place in the Caribbean and Mexico is requiring you to have a test prior to or upon arrival at their port in their country, however it is that you get there. And there are a couple of exceptions. The Cayman Islands don't require anything, and currently Mexico doesn't. So that's Cozumel and Costa Maya, Puerto Vallarta, all of those places currently don't require you to have a test prior to going there. Um, when I look at the rest of the world, however, it's pretty amazing because every place that I looked, it said no U.S. travelers allowed. There was a couple of exceptions to that. Croatia will allow you to come, and the United Kingdom, but they have a 14-day quarantine. So immediately upon traveling there, you would have to quarantine for 14 days. All of that pretty much changes though, because now you're going to be required um, to have a test to come back from any of those places that you go to. Um, so I got a little just some notes that I'm going to try and share with you right here, and so hopefully this will help us go over this. So you should be seeing that right now, and the current order from the CDC again takes effect January 26th, and all passengers arriving in the U.S. from a foreign country must comply with one of the following. The first one is a negative result on a sample obtained from the passenger no more than 3 calendar days prior to departure. The test result documentation must contain the passenger's identifiers, name, date of birth, something that will match up with your passport so that they can know that the test result is actually your result. And it must state negative, SARS CoV-2 RNA not detected, SARS-CoV-2 antigen not detected, or COVID-19 not detected. Those are the specific results that they're looking for. It does say that if it says test invalid or results invalid, that will not satisfy this requirement. The other way is for you to have already had COVID-19, and that it would have had to have been a positive test within the last 90 days. And after that, you have to get a letter, an official letterhead that contains the name, address, and phone number of the licensed healthcare provider, stating that the passenger, you have been cleared to travel. So you have to do one of those two things. There are a couple of different tests that they accept. You know, everybody's probably heard about, the rapid and the one you have to send out, and the PCH or PCR. And so I won't get into the specifics of what type of test you need. Obviously, it's going to be up to you to make sure that you meet those requirements when you're traveling. So again, those are going to be for anybody coming back into the country. So even if you find a place that you don't need a test to go to get back home, you're going to have to submit to a test. you're going to have to be negative, or you're going to have to have already been recovered from COVID-19. So that it's going to get like probably a little bit more expensive. Um, Most of the places, like I said, you need a test to get to. So you're going to be paying for a test prior to leaving, and then you're going to be paying for a test to come back home. So we're going to have to always figure in those costs when we're trying to price out our trips, and make sure that we have everything covered and we're not being surprised by anything. I will tell you that we're getting a lot of information in, that most or a lot of the resorts are doing their best to make sure that you can get your test and your results to come back right there on their property. We have to, remember that they get a lot of their income from tourism, and if people can't leave there, then obviously they're not going to come there. So they are doing a lot to try to help out and make sure that everybody can get the test that they need to get back home. So I'll keep you up to date on that. Next week I'll try to have a list of most of the hotels in groups are the ones that are going to be able to do this for us. So I'll try to have a list of those. I'm just going to finish up with, you notice I don't have one of my franchise shirts on. I got a nice Ketchikan, Alaska shirt on. Alaska is one of my favorite places to go. We've been there as a family a couple times, and the last time we went was in 2019, and Joanne and I actually took the land cruise, or the land tour part, before we went on the cruise. And we got to see some amazing scenery and some great sights that that you can see the nice picture in the background there. There's so much there to see. I've always said that everybody asks me about Alaska, and I've always said that Alaska is not your typical cruise. When you go to Alaska, you are basically, in my opinion, going there just to look at nature. There's some excursions, and some of them are very nice, but for the most part, you're not going to do a lot of shopping. It's not the typical go to the port and pick up your jewelry, that sort of thing. It's really all about, in my opinion, just taking in the amazing beauty that's up there. I've never been any place like it. I'm sure there are other places like it, but I've never been to any place like it. And I'll go back anytime I get a chance. So if anybody's out there, wanting to take a group up to Alaska, and you're looking for a tour guide to go with you, by all means, give me a call. I'd be very happy to go with you. So we're going to go ahead and close this out for today. And I appreciate everybody coming in. Again, make sure that you turn on your notifications to make sure that you know when these new videos come out, and pass them on if they seem interesting to anybody that you might come in contact with. And by all means, if you're looking to travel, I understand that that there might be some apprehension now, but if you are looking to travel, I'm very, very ready to help you get to where you want to be and help you get back. So thank you very much, and everybody have a great week. See ya.